Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, everyone, and really welcome to this Thursday live trading morning briefing webinar. I hope everyone is doing well wherever you are in the world. Guys, just to make sure everyone can hear me clear and loud. Hello, everybody. Many people are joining us. Raquel, hi. Okay, fantastic. Good morning for some and good evening for others. Definitely, that's true. The best thing is that we are from everywhere in the world, and that's brilliant. From Turkey, yes. Some other people are in England, in others in Turkey, in Melbourne, in South Africa. So it's brilliant, guys, and congratulations for giving yourself the opportunity to participate and learn to transform your trading and to take it to the level you want. Guys, just make sure you are you engaged with the weekly trading podcast. You can find them here on our website on admiralsmarket.com. You go to analytics, then you click weekly trading podcast, and you can either play it from here or you can download it on your device. Please make sure you and feel free to share it with friends and family so everyone can be informed, regardless if they are trading or investing. I believe everyone wants to know, especially in this uncertain period we are now globally, what's happening in the world, where interest rates are going, how inflation keeps up, and many other valuable stuff that you do have access, and some other people, they don't know how to get them. So here is the link for those who are new with us today. Then let's go back to this slide here. If you haven't downloaded the mobile application on your devices, please make so. From the App Store, Google Play, you can trade from here. You can manage your account, and especially when you are investing, if you have investment account with us, it's much easier than the MetaTrader 5, in my opinion. And of course, you know that the trading with leverage involves risk, and we have to be careful with that. We have to acknowledge that, and to make sure that this content is for general information and it doesn't intend to give any financial advice or personal advice. Okay, so without saying more about that, let's go to our economic calendar. By the way, guys, for those who are new here, if you haven't subscribed on the YouTube channel, please make sure you do so, because it's a brilliant way of you to keep up with everything we do in terms of trading and learning. If you scroll down a little bit, you can see trading spotlights, all the recording webinars, and then the live trading we do here. You can find them at this area. I will definitely appreciate if you give us some likes on the videos, especially those we do now on a daily basis, because really it takes so much effort and energy to do them. So it will be good if we have your support, because remember, these webinars are for you. Now, this is the Instagram account, so you can follow us here. You can get the reels, you can get the 30 seconds market update. I do every Wednesday. They are uploaded actually every Wednesday. We do some reels here when we have new informations about the market. We try to make it in a let's say chill out way, so it doesn't need to be very formal all the time. And I think people, they like it, and many other content, very valuable content. So economic calendar for the day, we do have, we had, better to say, the unemployment rate unchanged in the Asian Pacific, especially in Australia. But if you go a little bit inside, you can see that the employment payrolls, they decreased this month. Regardless, the percentage remain the same. Doesn't mean that the economy is doing good because we had less payrolls added this month. Okay, it's something. These are informations that you're gonna get them with the time. But as I'm here for you, just easier if I just tell you. We expect some drop in the existing home sales in the USA, so about a million something more accurately. So we can see some fluctuation in the US dollar later on. And about Premium Analytics, for those who are new here, guys, we have the portal of Premium Analytics here. If you go to Analytics and you click Premium Analytics, you can log in with your credentials. Then I click here at the morning briefing and I just go through the today's top headlines. We have CFBP funding method found unconstitutional by Federal Appeals Court. Then China Central Bank didn't change their interest rates. Fed thinks inflation can come down without throwing a wrecking strong labor market. Japan export rise almost 30% in September in auto and the other stuff. Business expect economy to weaken. Biden says he will keep tapping oil reserves. Russian national arrested over alleged scheme to evade US sanctions. Macron government overrides France National Assembly to pass budget. EU to impose new sanctions to Iran for supply drones to Russia. Tesla cuts 2022 vehicle delivery target through, though says demand remains strong. Well, Philip Morris to raise offer for Sweden, matched by US rights for IQOS. And that's it. So for those who are new here, again, this search terminal and technical insight, it's purely for technical analysis and some trading signals provided by this provided here anyway. So you can see the confidence, for example, let's find the currency. Let's find, that's a Bitcoin. Here it's one. Pound US dollar started 1 day and 6 hours ago. They found it to be bearish with more than 70% confidence. If we click here, learn more, so you can see the sentiment, you can see how the price reacted. And if you click intraday, you can see on the intraday basis more signals generated and the confidence of each signal and for how much time it can be valid. However, I will challenge you to use this as a filter and not by just standalone trading execution, because here we do our trading analysis. We learn high probability trading methods. And let's go to the charts. Guys, please make sure you put all your questions on the chat boxes. Remember, this webinar is for you and for nobody else. So please make sure you ask whatever you need to ask here, okay? There is no right and wrong question, and do not be ashamed to ask. Even if I just repeat something and you don't understand, please ask me and I will repeat it, okay? I want you to learn. I want you to have a great trading success. So let's start with the dollar index. We said in general, this market, it's uptrending, so we look to buy, only to buy, okay? So yesterday, the dollar came out strong, this bullish strong impulse candle. Now we are approaching this minor resistance here it's not a major resistance. If it was a major resistance, we could see these sellers coming and break the low. So it wasn't that much of momentum coming from this area, so we can treat it as a minor, but doesn't mean we're going to bypass it. We're going to just be careful when price approach somewhere here. If we are trading pound against the USD or euro against the USD, we will know that at some point, maybe if we are short here, because we go like we buy the US dollar, it means we are selling the pound, we are selling the euro. So this area can work as a resistance for the US dollar. It means it can push temporarily, at least, the pound to the upside, the euro to the upside, some type of retracements. Okay, so it's a bit uncertain, so please make sure you understand what's happening here. Good morning, guys. I'm really happy to see everyone. They're posting. Hello, hello. Good morning. What is a candle? Darshan, what do you mean? What is a candle? I've got in for long in the USDX yesterday. Yep. Well done, Cherry. If you are on a daily chart, please, I hope you have a stop in a good position. But if you are on intraday, please make sure you manage your position around this area of resistance. Darshan, what do you mean? What is a candle? Candle, it's a price representation formation we see on the chart. Okay, Darshan. For those who don't know yet, Darshan likes to post, to represent every even beginners, intermediates, advanced traders. He's with me on the webinar since I remember it was only few people joining, and I appreciate. So we have some funny jokes, let's say. So it's all good. So for those who don't know, candle, it's a price action formation representation of how the price move to the upside or the downside on the chart, and that's what we experience. The US dollar didn't give us higher highs yesterday, Theo. Yeah, it didn't give us higher high in terms of the swing. That's correct. Let's move on to correct. You are good. Thank you, Darshan. Thank you. If you say so, thanks, mate. DAX 40, we had this higher high yesterday, although this bearish candle here shouldn't be that strong, in my opinion. If the buyers, they are building positions, then why do sellers appear like this? And they wanted to show some strength. So today we will see what will happen here. We are not in a rush to buy, to be honest, right now, because we don't have a price action confirmation or a kind of double bottom confirmation, or on the 1 hour chart, on the 4 hour chart, we don't have these higher highs and higher low series, even on the 15-minute charts. So this is a double bottom on the 15-minute charts, but it didn't make, we don't take this as a confirmation. That's too early. So we have to wait for a rejection around here and then to consider buy. How could you enter without higher high? It's Liz. Okay, so that's a conversation between Cherry and Liz. No, it's conversation between me and Liz then. Okay, how could you enter without higher highs? Okay, that's, every person has different ways of entering the market, so it's fine. Let's go to the Dow Jones 30. We like here, the price didn't make that much of a body. However, again, it's a bit uncertain. I would like to see some rejection here and then start buying. So we see what happened. Nasdaq, we said that Nasdaq didn't make a new higher high, and the S&P the same with the Nasdaq. So it's a bit uncertain with this one. These indices here show us more sell instead of buy. So it's like a question arises here. Nasdaq, S&P, they shows that we are in a selling area, but the Dow Jones and other indices, again in the USA, shows that we are in a higher high. So it's a bit of battle between these, and I prefer to trade the indices when I have a confirmation with all of them. Okay, but again, that's my trading style. It's nothing. It's for those who may ask, what do I do today? Guys, it's not that clear. So what do we do? Better to find something that is more clear. Okay, sometimes it's not worth to try and get all the moves. Yeah, it's eventually it's going to break to the downside, or it's going to just push to the upside. So when it's not very clear, it's better to just stay on the side, right? Pound, yesterday we had this again indecision. We expect to see some weakness coming to the market. We didn't see a strong candle push to the downside. Mr. Carlos, hello. I will go through the Apple. I remember I had it in mind actually, Carlos, because yesterday you asked about Apple, and I thought if I see your name here that I saw it, I will just go through the Apple, but thanks for the reminder. So let's keep moving. So for today, 5-minute charts. Look, guys, here it's the question for you. The 5-minute chart, it shows this environment. Do we do anything here? Can anyone tell me? No, some people, they already answered no. Of course, no, we don't do anything here. Why to do something here? The market is just moving sideways. If we want to, ideally, we would like to sell this market, okay, because of this downtrend, because of this candle yesterday. But on the 5-minute chart, we don't have a lower highs and lower lows like we had yesterday. Yeah, yesterday we had these lower highs and lower lows. So when you see a market like this, look at this picture here. Look at this. The market, it's just starting from the one side of the screen to the other side of the screen. It shows defined, clear cycles. So good structure. When we approach this area here, we start from the left to the right, and the price is still at the same area. This is a very messy consolidation here. So better if we wait for the market to just break to the downside. Ideally, we want the market to break to the downside, give us some retest, and then we look for short. So again, unclear picture for this one. It doesn't mean, I said it many times, and at some point I want you to understand this and apply it. It doesn't mean because we have the best structure on the daily chart and the best price action on the daily chart, doesn't mean that on the 5-minute charts intraday, we will start going with the daily direction. No, we want to trade the daily direction and price action, but we need to wait for the structure to appear. Like here, we had this structure of lower highs and lower lows, and then we start selling. Boom, 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 there, everywhere. We could sell this yesterday, but right now the move is over, so we just sit and wait. Now, you will tell me, but Theo, what if I'm not around when the move will happen? Well, that's what intraday trading is. If you have time, and when you are in front of the screen, if you see the move, you take it. If not, you come back the next day, and you come back the next day. That's what intraday is. It's not for people, they don't have patience, the intraday. If you don't have patience and you're trading intraday, you're not going to make it as a trader, guys. And again, I'm here to tell you the reality, not what you see everywhere on YouTube and on some courses. They say if you have a fast pace, if you are an athlete or whatever personality you have, then you go intraday. If you don't have patience to wait for days and days for a daily chart or 1 hour chart, weekly chart, whatever, you just go to the 5-minute chart. No, I teach you and I am telling you how to trade the 5-minute charts, 15-minute charts, but you need to understand the fundamentals. You need to understand how the market moves so you can experience high probability trades. That's all. Euro, again, it's around here at this area. If we just put this line to the upside to capture better the move, maybe this one looks better for today for the euro. However, again, intraday, see this move here. The daily is down. The price action is really down, but this move, it's just showing higher highs and higher lows. How can you guys enter short from here? Are you going to short? Are we going to short this one here, enter sell here? Are we going to enter sell there? Are we going to enter sell there? No. All these are very low probability trades. We need to wait for the market to make lower low, pull back, and then hopefully it's going to create a new low. What if after it pulls back, it just, if we have a stop here, it takes our stop? Well, that's trading. Sometimes we're going to lose. With this methodology, more time we're going to win. So why to just try and mark around with our emotions? Nothing with the USDCHF. It's at resistance here. Aussie, in general, one of the weakest, to be honest. I don't know today if it's going to go to the upside. We'll see what it's going to happen. New Zealand is showing some strength. Nothing for today. Everything it's moving in this kind of retracement phase. So we don't have plan for that. Canadian dollar is showing some strength, especially around this resistance area. Maybe we can see some push to the downside. So if Canadian dollar comes strong tomorrow with the retail sales, the US dollar today, if it comes very weak with existing home sales, then this pair we can see some good moves to the downside. Okay, just make sure, guys, you listen to the podcast so you understand how I'm thinking and how I come up with some trading plans with simple news events and technical analysis. Overextended USDJPY, again, it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2.5 trading weeks. We are still on this upwards, the uptrend, so we can see what happened there. Pound yen, finally we broke above this area here. We have double inside, if you can see here, inside and inside within this impulse move. So double inside, it's a very good opportunity. If we see some rejection, yeah, definitely we can start buying this pair. So that's a good one. So far, I didn't see nothing with this one here. I didn't see any clear pair for intraday trading, to be honest, so far. This one for intraday doesn't look. Look, we have this room until here. That's the euro against the JPY. We have this room for the price to touch this area here. After that, we have to wait for a break or a rejection. So if we want to trade the 5-minute chart, it's a bit tricky at this point here, okay, because we don't know, we don't have a high probability entry. Euro against the Australian dollar, trying to be on the upside. For end of day traders, maybe that's a good way, but for intraday, again, it's a bit of a mess here. We need to see a higher high. That was the high, so we need to see a higher high and then pull back and then take trades to the upside. Aussie CAD, ideally, that's the one I would like to trade again because it's clearly showing some push to the downside. So on the 5-minute chart, if some lower highs and lower lows appear, definitely, why not? Move on. Euro against the pound. Really nothing is happening here. Pound against the Swiss, we had higher highs. We had this insight here. Maybe this one is good for intraday. So now we have a new high in the market. So we can keep an eye on that. I don't know what is going to happen. And I want you to understand that nobody who is trading know what is going to happen. Traders with experience, we just trade based on probabilities. So maybe this one, it's going to be a winning trade, maybe a losing trade, who knows? So if the price is going to stay a little bit higher, some retracement, usually I use the FIP retracement. Let's say the price is going to come up to there. I use the FIP retracement and I put some entries here around 50%, 61.8%. Usually I put my stop below the 78.6% for the intraday trading. And I just let the market give me 1-to-1, 1/2-to-1, 2-to-1, and then I'm out of the trade. Okay, that's what intraday trading is. And that's how I played. So we have higher high here. We have a price action indicates that it can reverse to the upside. It can continue the move to the upside. So on the 5-minute chart, I'm waiting to see my structure, higher highs and higher lows, and then I execute. That's how I do it. If I'm around, if I'm not around and I miss the move, then let it be. So we have a support here on the gold. The price is pushing to the downside. Definitely one of the clearest pair again for today. When we see lower highs and lower lows, we can try to capitalize some move. I took a trade yesterday here. As I explain you again, we had this expansion, we had this consolidation. The price when we were doing the webinar, it was already broke below here. So I was waiting on the 5-minute chart, and it was just before the US session kicked in. It was somewhere here. And I used the checklist. I saw lower lows. The market made lower lows on the 5-minute chart. I put my fib retracement from there up to here. And I had a pending order, sell limit order on the 50%. My stop were above there. I think it was 22 pips. How many pips? No, it was 30 pips, sorry. That was here was the 22 pips. Yep. So it was somewhere 30 pips. And take profit at 65 pips. So it was 2-to-1 clear. So, and I'm not saying that to show off. I can show you many trades I lost with this way, but when I win more than 2-to-1. When I lose 1. So even with a 50-50 win ratio, then I'm up in the game. Crude oil daily chart, we had this reversal yesterday, so today we don't, and now we have a higher high from the previous high, so today we don't do anything here. Bitcoin, it's been many months to touch it. Euro against the Canadian dollar, now we can see that it make a higher high, a double top here, so the market can experience some retracement. We expected to see a strong Canadian dollar, to be honest, so for now we don't do anything here. Euro CHF, another very clear pair for today until this, for intraday trading, until we approach this resistance here. So we have this higher high. Price action, it's bullish. Direction is bullish. 5-minute chart. You see, guys, we have this higher high. If someone was around, could ride all this trend to the upside. So that's what we try to find and trade. Here the move is over on the pound against the Australian dollar. We don't have anything unless we see some rejection around here. Aussie CHF, we can see, if you understand so far, you identified that a weak currency, it's the CHF for today. And we can take advantage on the euro pound CHF to the upside. Even the Australian dollar, that it's very weak in general, with the CHF, it's just putting bullish printings here. Every CHF against the Japanese yen, this bearish candle here around resistance. If you put divergence, you can see that there are divergence. Maybe also can show some weakness. Euro against the New Zealand, it's really nothing. Gas, finally, where is Cherry? Cherry, I hope you are still riding the gas, and I think Rumen was also on the gas. Remember, someone spot here the head and shoulder, and we talk about head and shoulder possible target. We measure the distance from here to there, and it was somewhere here. So I hope you guys don't get caught by emotions when you see consolidations, and you sit patient and you wait for price to show you the continuation. So we do expect the price to come all the way here. At some point, we need to take money out of trades, you know that. So we have to pay ourselves. And the last one, let's have a look at the Apple. Yesterday we had this, now it's earnings season, right? So we have this consolidation here. Everything, now it put double top. Generally speaking, this is a downtrend market. This double top here, if the bullish engulfing has a strong buying momentum, we shouldn't see this bearish candle. Then 2 days later, we don't see buyers are able to create higher highs in these candles here in the market. So this high, also this swing hasn't been taken. These higher highs hasn't been closed seriously above. So it looks like an uncertain environment here. If the price is gonna come and take out this high, definitely we're gonna be good for buys. So far we are trading below the trend line. Trend lines are good. It acts as resistance right now. So maybe some consolidation, and we can see the move to the downside. We see what will happen. So it's very unclear for me right now. Let's have a look at some questions. HV, have you daily, monthly goal? Do I have a daily and monthly goal? I don't have a daily goal because it's very short term, and sometimes, as we say, we may be not in front of the computer to take opportunities. Maybe we so we can't, unless you are trading on the 1 minute and 5 minute charts and you are dedicated time, serious time and consistent in front of the charts, then there is no point to have daily goals. That's purely my opinion based on my experience, okay? And coming from an active professional background as a trader, unless you are taking so many trades a day and on the 1 minute, 5 minute charts, with closing P&L, then and only then you can set up daily goals. But in my opinion, if you are an active intraday trader, it's better to set up some soft weekly goals so you don't drag yourself and don't be hard with yourself and punish yourself. Don't do that, never. But monthly goals, definitely. And it's a trick when it comes to the goals, guys, because I was doing okay, I was coaching for many years, and especially intermediate traders, okay? And doing that, I know as a beginner trader, I used to coach and beginner trader as well, but when people, they trade, they setting up goals based on dollar figures, it's one of the, in my opinion, it's one of the harmest way to go to yourself, because as traders, and keep these guys, as traders, the only thing we can affect is our risk per trade. How much money we can lose if the trade goes against us. We cannot affect how much money we're gonna make if the trade goes in our favor, because we don't know for how long the trade is going to go in our favor. Sometimes we get into the moves and the trade it's just unfold and we have a super lucrative reward to risk ratio. Something happened with the USD against the Japanese yen as well. But most of the times we don't know exactly. Maybe we take profit on 1-to-1, 1.5-to-1. Depends where it's the last swing in the market that can act as an opposing force to our trade. So it's better to look at the different ways to set up trading goals because that's going to help you a lot. Trust me, a lot, massively a lot. Okay. I hope you understand this. Could you show us yesterday entries for the USDX, please? Cherry, I don't have, at least I don't have any entries for the USDX for yesterday, but it's in general in an uptrend in a long term. And I think I understand where you have some, you didn't get a point, and tomorrow I make sure I will explain that. I totally understand where you're missing, where you have a small gap. Hi, Theo, I'm glad to be able to join you in a real time. Thank you, Ian, more than welcome. If you have made a tutorial about premium analytics, could we have the link, please? Definitely, guys, please make sure you subscribe and press the bell button on the YouTube. You will be notified when the team will upload the premium analytic tutorial I made to explain you about the technical insight, how can you use it in your trading. Goal at pressure, but I trade with prod firm and they have goals. Yeah, definitely, HV. I don't disagree with that. Goals definitely at pressure, but when it comes to the dollar figure, I didn't say not to have goals. We need to have goals, but if you measure your goals with, let's say, this month I want to make 500 euros, but the market just didn't give you the opportunities to make 500 euros. Because some won, some losses, some break even, so you make 300 euros. Then didn't you achieve your goal? In my opinion, you achieved your goal. You should have goals in terms of discipline in trading. That's where you're gonna jump on higher scales. If you have a goals, did I execute my plan the way I supposed to execute my plan? Did I close trades earlier? Did I interfere with my trading while trading it was working because I was occupied by some emotions? Maybe that emotion is euphoria, maybe that emotion is excitement, maybe that emotion is sadness, maybe that emotion is happiness. So if you try to also see this side of the goal setting, you're gonna be much more free in your trading. You will never use trade size that it's gonna be higher than what you would like to use. Okay. And guys, this can be an endless conversation, really. We can look, if I don't answer to some questions, I read them, I think about them, and I will answer them when we face some chart examples. Okay, don't think I do it on purpose. It's just to make sure that everyone understands everything here. Some people, they are closing profitable trades much earlier. Yes, how to determine which currency are strong and the one that are weak? Raquel, based on the technical factors, for USDJPY 18,120 pip 5 minutes before. Can you explain much you move, please? Thank you. Yeah, yesterday the JPY did some 120 pips, as Darshan mentioned, on the 5-minute chart, and it was something, it just flashes out all traders, they were long. At some point when the trade it's so overextended, like 12 trading days without any retracement, then definitely, guys, the markets, they're doing some weird stuff like flash out or trades, 120 pips drop, and just keep going. So at some point we have to, and this comes with experience, right? If you see this picture in front of you here, you can see that every few 4 to 6 green candles, we have some retracement, same retracement. That's a healthy state of a trend when we have the retracements. But if you go to USDJPY, you can see that it's, you can see this. The market is just moving almost 20 days without retracement, 20 days without retracement, 10 days without retracement. 10 days without retracement, 12 days without retracement. That's not at the healthy stage. Janeka, yes, repetition is a matter of wisdom. That's fine. HV, I see that you are a very experienced trader, and I understand everything what you say, and I totally resonate with yourself. Just try to see also the goal setting, not from the dollar figure. If you are looking at just purely from the dollar figure and percentage on how much I will make on the account, 3%, 5% a month, just try to see the intent as well. Try to see the discipline side and following my plan. And then you're gonna experience, trust me, you're gonna experience some very different point of view on that. Guys, we took you 10 minutes more today. So thanks everyone for your patience. Sometimes it's hard when you don't talk and someone else is just making the talking, especially someone with not being native in English like myself. But I appreciate your dedication, your patience, and your acceptance as well. Okay. I want you to know that I acknowledge and I support every single person in this webinar. I wish I could do way more to help you in person in your trading curve, because I know some people, you are just a click away. That's much we can do on this webinar. So I wish you to have a lovely day ahead. Happy trading. Manage your risks accordingly, and I'm looking forward to see you with more trading excitement and examples. Okay, I leave you with that, guys. Thank you so much, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.